artists. I am here with a how to make an abstract paper person tutorial today. So here are two of the little people that I made to play in my paper playground. We're going to use the cylinder technique. We're going to use our technique for cutting a circle from a square. We are going to use some fringe and some curl and some tabs. So here are the tools that I have. My tools today are my scissors and my glue. And if you have a glue stick, that will work too. My materials are a rectangle paper that is about as big as my hand. So my hand still sticks out a little bit. It's slightly smaller, but not a whole lot smaller. I have a square that's smaller than my hand. I have a second square in another color. And then I have some scraps. I have this piece here that I'm going to use for eyes. This piece that I'm also going to use for eyes. I have this scrap piece that looks like it'll make a good mouth. And then I have two little rectangles for legs. And I have two long rectangles for arms. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to move all my tools out of the way so that I can work. All right. So, step one, I'm going to adjust my computer here. I'm going to put my rectangle on the edge of the table and I'm going to hold it lightly and I'm going to pull straight down to the floor, straight down. So I'm going to do this 5 times. Here we go. Hold gently, not too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And it makes a little curl. This makes a small bridge. A very, very teeny tiny troll could fit underneath this bridge. But this troll would have a hard time scaring off the 3 billy goats gruff, right? It's not big. Now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it like it's a swing and put one side over the other to make an egg roll or a burrito or a wonderful cannoli cookie filled with that amazing frosting stuff that they put in those. Yummy. This is not edible. Don't eat this paper cannoli or egg roll or burrito. We're going to put one little line of glue here, not a lot. Put one edge over the other, and now we hold it. This is the hard part, holding it and waiting. Holding it and waiting, waiting and waiting. I could sing the ABC song twice. Need to count to at least 20, maybe 30. I don't want it to come unglued. This is going to be my body. Okay. Pinching with both fingers. All right. When I think it's ready, I'm going to set it to the side. I got some glue on my fingers, and I am just going to rub my fingers together really good. Okay. And get that glue off. Now, I'm going to use this piece for my head, and it's mostly a square. So I am going to cut the corners off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to save these triangles. I'm going to trim the little edges, trim them gently, okay, until it becomes circle-ish. People's heads aren't total circles, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay? And I'm going to put the fingernails in the trash before they make a mess, because I dump things down on the floor all the time. And I'm going to use, let's see here. Are you in there? Yeah. I'm going to use 2 of those scrap triangles to be ears. So I'm going to take and make a line here. And glue 1 and make another line here and glue 2. Okay? And those are kind of pointy, so I'm going to carefully, I should have waited a minute. I was a little impatient. Trim the ear. Okay. So now I have a head and ears. And now I'm going to make my eyes. So the trick for the eyes that we're going to use is I'm going to fold my colored paper in half, and I'm going to cut 2 circles at the same time. And they're going to be pretty small. So I have to cut slowly and I have to cut carefully. But you can do this. Okay? And then I am going to glue them onto my second piece of paper. I'm going to glue them kind of close to the edge, but not all the way, and not too close to each other. So, little tiny dot of glue, and glue down 1. Second dot of glue, glue down 2. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to make my mouth. I'm going to make a semicircle. So I'm going to cut off the bottom corners and trim to make a semicircle, a half circle for my mouth. Okay, and I think the eyes are dry enough now. I'm going to cut right around. I don't want to cut too close. I want to leave the white showing. 1. And cut around a second time. To get, oh, we're really close. 2. Okay. And now I'm going to put glue on the back of my eyes and on the back of my mouth. 1, 2, not a lot, dot, dot, not a lot. I don't want it to ooze all over. Okay, and now my head is done except for the hair. Now if you wanted to, you could take one of these triangles and you could fold a tab on the bottom. Remember we did tabs? So I could fold a tab on the bottom and I could make a nose that sticks out. I think I'll do that just for fun. Oop. Not on the eyes, Miss Schickel. There we go. Now I have a stick out nose. It's kind of, now it's sort of 3D. It's not flat anymore. All right, I'm gonna make some hair before I put it on the head on the body. So we did fringe in our playground. We made a tab and then we cut lines that go right up to the foot. And now I have fun fringe. And I can put my hair on. I can make my hair stand up. I can fold my hair down. I can bend my hair in different directions. Ooh, now he's like a punk rocker. Right? So play with the way you want your hair, and when you like the hair, you can even trim the hair. I could cut it off a little bit. I could make it shorter, right? And then I'm going to put my line of glue on the foot. Just like that. And glue the hair onto the head. Oh, and now that's covering his eye, so I'm going to bend it a little more. Now to make sure it's glued on really well, while it's resting and gluing, I'm going to put my scraps in the trash, the recycle bin. Okay, and I think while it's drying, I'm going to make my legs. To make the legs, I'm just going to make a tab on the end. We're really practicing tabs today. Tabs are just little feet. And I'm going to put a little dot of glue on the tab. And then I'm going to glue it inside my cylinder. Okay? So inside there. Now, you really have to hold on to this for a long time. I get very impatient. I let go every time I do it. I let go way too soon. And you know what happens? The legs fall off. It's really upsetting to have your legs fall off when you're in the middle of swinging and going down the slide and playing on the monkey bars. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Being a paper person, you got to be careful. You don't want your parts to rip or fall off. So, hold on to it for a good count of 20, 30. Could even go to 40 to be really certain. Okay? I'll test it and see. I'm going to make the toes stick up with tabs on the end. I think it's stuck. I think I win this one. Now I'm going to glue the head on. So I'm just going to put a line of glue on the back of the head. And I'm going to set it on there. And I have to hold it again. Now I'm going to turn them upside down. My person is going to do a headstand for a minute because it's easier for me to hold on to it this way. Because my hands feel uncomfortable when I try to hold it the other direction. And I don't like uncomfortable hands when I'm making art. I like my hands to feel good when I'm making art. So I'm going to move. Oh, I've lost a leg. Look at that. Here I thought I was all good and patient, but I wasn't. Man, that makes me sad. Now I got to hold with two hands this way. I need to be an octopus. I'm going to hope that I've held that long enough now. All right. Leg, please stay on. All right. For the arms, I'm going to do the curl technique. We did the curl where we wrap it around our finger. Just wrap it around the finger. It's sort of like a crazy Band-Aid. It's not going to work very well as a Band-Aid because when I let go, it curls. And I think I'm going to do both my curls before I glue them on to the body. Because we're letting the legs dry and we're letting the head dry. Because I'm impatient and my parts keep falling off. So now I have two curls and I'm going to glue one of them with a little dot on this side. And I should probably hold on to that and not do the other one. But because that's what I should do, I'm going to try to glue the other arm on at the same time. Ah! I know, I'm silly. Artists are allowed to be silly when they're making funny people to go on the playgrounds. So, there we have a person. They're abstract. They look person-ish, right? Because we have imaginary playgrounds. The imaginary playgrounds need abstract playground people to play on them. So, hope you had fun and hope your paper people have fun playing on their paper playground together. I feel like this playground needs a bridge. Something to climb on in the middle, don't you think? Maybe I'll make one after I finish with this video so they have something more to play on. Have a great time creating. See you soon. Bye.